I dare her. I triple dare Yabo. I dare Yabo. She should have come.
Hi friend, welcome to my channel. My name is Jerita. So today I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Lagos, the reunion. If I can say that I'm shocked, it will be an understatement. Okay, so today I gave myself time. I was actually shocked when I tuned into YouTube to notice that it is actually aired. So anyway, without dragging this any longer, let me take you from the first steps when it started. So first comes Miriam. Okay, Miriam walks in, fine, looking all gorgeous, followed by Laura, also looking very hot. I love Laura. I love her energy. Okay, and then there comes the queen, Faith. Then Faith walks in.
Did this give you guys the feels? What were you feeling just now?
What was I feeling? I don't know. I actually enjoyed that episode because for the first time, I actually, introduced somebody I really liked. I really like that.
You know, speaking of your friend on the show, Laura, would you say your friend, Faith, lived up to the hype? Because you gave a lot of hype.
Right.
That's my girl. My girl, Faith, my girl.
Yeah.
So do you feel like she lived up to the hype?
When she walked into the room, I was like, yes, you made me proud, girl, I didn't know she was going to wear the train, but I mean, like, I was very proud when she walked into the room because she wasn't intimidated. She was very friendly, too, So I really liked it. I liked it.
Faith, in your words, it will take a year to have anyone stress you. Those were your words. It is nearly a year. Who has not stressed you this season?
To be honest, I'm still not bothered because I was so happy the folks that I cared about and, I took as my friends didn't end up being folks because it would have stressed me out. I've been paranoid. Like you can see, Laura rode through for me all through the season. Tiana did the same thing. Although, yes, I was taken aback a lot of times with what you hear. It was disappointing to me because I had these ladies in this level. I was more disappointed than, I am still more disappointed and actually stressed out.
It's all good. So, like most reunions, you would expect that the other ladies maybe will keep popping up or popping in. Okay, then they started with just those three ladies. So it is all good. Okay, then Miriam and Faith talking about the issue. But to me, it seemed like Miriam was very calm, actually. She was very calm. I think it was because the other minions were not there. So she was very calm, even in the way she tried to address things that bothered her, Things that bothered her, she spoke about them with Faith. Even though I honestly just felt like it's just that she didn't have backup. I feel like if she had the other minions, we would have seen the Miriam that we've gotten to know. Unless she also saw that in all of this second season, she came through as a puppet to us who watched. And then after that, okay, they were talking about the thing that they used to say, the ladies used to say about to Faith, not about to Faith. Faith, call your friend Laura, because we know, those that watch season 2, we know that's what they used to say. Every time, call your friend, as if they didn't have phones to call Laura. So they addressed that issue. So I'm not going to drag this for long, okay? So they addressed that issue of always saying, call your friend instead of them calling, and I feel like it was addressed well. It was addressed well, to be honest, because Miriam got to tell Faith how it didn't sit well with her after all the name that she called her, being called a toilet pit. Yeah, obviously that's not a nice name. Being called raccoon. We remember all those names that Faith called Miriam. Okay, so, and Miriam was also Faith was also addressing Miriam on how she hated the fact that every time they used to gang up and nobody would give her space, even when she would try to control her temper, try to control most of the things, that they put her through. The ladies would keep digging and digging and digging and not giving her space. It's like every time they saw her, they just wanted to attack. And then, excuse me, and then Laura also spoke to me a bit to Miriam. Laura spoke to me to Miriam, but Laura spoke to me to Miriam. Laura spoke to me Laura spoke to Miriam, but you could see that they didn't have lots of issues, to be honest. And when the host asked Laura, why do you think the ladies were so up against Faith? She did mention that according to her, she felt like they were threatened by Faith, of which it was true. Yes, nobody likes to hear that you see somebody else as a threat. We all like to be defensive. I think it's just in human nature that you do not want anybody to think that anybody else is above you. No one likes to hear that. But at the end of the day, as the people who watched the Real Housewives of Lagos, we know that she did become a threat to them, especially Chioma, because she thought she was the goddess, especially in season 1, because she would walk in looking all hot, but now she had competition. And even though they didn't mention the part whereby Laura always mentioned to Faith that you and Chioma would get along, you and Chioma would make good friends. And I would be sitting at home and thinking to myself, that's so true, that's so true. And they would make people eat the floor that they walk on, because they would have made a good match, to be honest. I always felt it. I always felt like maybe when the reunion finally happens, the two ladies would actually acknowledge and see what Laura used to say, or Laura said on her diary sessions. Because obviously now everybody has gone to watch it, and Chioma would see what Laura kept on saying, and then seeing herself also in Faith, that this is someone that we like style, we like fashion, we are independent, we have our own money, we are pushing. It's like they were not going to become a threat to each other, because they're different in their own way, yet they complement each other. But as the show goes, we find out that the ladies are not going to attend, of which it was said. And even when the host kept on hinting that those were the only people that were there for the reunion, I kept on thinking maybe as it goes, there's a surprise that's coming, that maybe the ladies will come, someone will appear, because Chioma, Iabo, and Tanya, I expected them to be there and speak up for themselves, especially considering that they had big mouth, like they said a lot. How is it that you don't want to come and defend yourself, speak your truth, let people know what you were thinking at the time? The same way that Miriam and Laura, when they were questioned how do they feel about the other ladies not coming, they mentioned that they expected them to be there, because Miriam was able to explain to Laura, to Faith, to say that, Faith, the reason I have said this, it was because this is how I felt and this is what I thought was happening. It's like she was able to iron it out, regardless of, let's say, it was true or not. But it's always good to speak your mind and say, the reason that I had said this is because this was said. So if now you are given an opportunity for you to come and show up and own up to what you have said about other people, why are you not coming? Why are you ganging up on not coming? Why? Is it because deep down, wherever they are, they know that they were wrong? They know that they ganged up on Faith and Laura? Because who will not take that opportunity, especially after everything that that happened, and especially knowing that Iabo is a big mouth? You cannot threaten people the way you threaten them, and then when it's time to show up, you do not show up. You do not call people names, and then when it's time for you to come and apologize or show up and say, okay, I said this because you've been saying this. Because now we were shown things that were that we did not even see in season 2. We were honestly not shown things that were not shown in season 2. So with that said, I was actually shocked that the ladies didn't come. I would have loved to hear the point of view. I would have loved to hear what they thought or how they felt after they've seen the show. Yeah, what a mess. Then walks in Dr. Romel. Where was he going, to be honest? Where was Dr. Romel going? Why was Dr. Romel there? Why put yourself through that? If there was anybody who had to miss this reunion, it was supposed to be him, no one else. I would not have embarrassed myself the way Dr. Romel kept embarrassing himself. Why put yourself through that again, especially if you're coming through to still lie, to still make a fool of yourself and just make a mockery of yourself? Why do that to yourself? Because honestly speaking, it was not even 5 minutes is a lot. It was not even 2 minutes. Dr. Romel was talking. God knows I felt like just moving the scene forward. And then I thought to myself, because I would love to give a review about the reunion, I just had to sit there and bear it and listen to it. It was very uncomfortable. He was still lying, and he was saying mixing his words and not admitting that he was lying. Even when Laura tried to address Dr. Romel to say, Dr. Romel, you lied. This is what you said. He said, no, trying to change the words. That's not what he said. And he's still being adamant that he knew Faith even beyond the date that Faith has said. And the host still asked Dr. Romel, okay, Dr. Romel, since you're saying that you know Faith, where are the receipts? No, if something is not on the phone, that does not mean that it's not there, but where are the receipts? Show us, Faith. Give us something. There was still nothing. Why would you force yourself on somebody who's been saying that I haven't known you, I've known you from only this time, but you're still insisting on knowing them? Why not clear up your name? Why not make things clear that, you know what, yes, I'm an adult. Maybe, okay, maybe it was not easy for him to just admit that, or to just confess that I never knew Faith. This is when it happened, and I wanted to give the ladies this impression that I've known her. And obviously the ladies, as much as yes, Iabo and Chioma and that other lady were ganging up on Faith, but I know they're not stupid. I can say whatever I want to say about them, make my accusation, say this is what I saw, this is what I heard when I was watching, but if there's one thing that I'm 100% sure of, is that they're not dumb. I know they saw it through Dr. Romel, especially when they were watching, that Dr. Romel was just lying, and Tony was given an opportunity to actually just say something, since she couldn't attend as well, but because of her health issues, she couldn't attend. I would have loved for Laura to, I would have loved for Tony to be there. Yes, even though she did a small clip explaining why she couldn't come, why she couldn't be there, it's honestly understandable. It would have been a nice reunion, especially with all the drama that has happened. The lady have honestly missed out on a lot. How do you say certain things and not want to show up and own up to them? If you're an adult and you're going to say things behind people's backs, why are you not showing up when you need to be addressed? Own up the things that you say behind people's back and to their faces. Don't come now because now you're on TV, you want to act like all macho, but then you're given an opportunity. Say everything that you were saying. Now you can't. Now you're the victim. I hope you get to watch it and see. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this whole thing? I'm also going to insert clips of the moments that I felt like, yeah, it's really happening. I won't say I enjoyed the reunion. I won't say that I enjoyed the reunion I won't say that I enjoyed the reunion too much. I won't say I enjoyed it too much, in a sense that I honestly expected more, especially since it's been long awaited. And then we had to be given Dr. Romel. Honestly, Dr. Romel, he didn't have to be there. He's embarrassed himself enough. He has. I still repeat what I've said. If there was a moment that a person was supposed to save themselves, honestly, this would have been the perfect time for him to just not be there at all. But I guess he had to be there, and maybe he felt like he needed to save his face or himself. But for whatever reason, he didn't make things better for himself. Instead, he made things worse. Instead, now we're still thinking, why? You know, as much as I dislike him, I also felt pity for him. That why would you sabotage yourself like this? But I'm thinking that the ladies did not tell him that they're not coming. He thought he will have backup, because maybe even though the show has ended, season 2, they were still talking. So he felt like they were still on his side. So that's why he felt that maybe I can go to the show. They'll be there. They'll back me up, because they understood everything that I was saying. Because he kept justifying himself and not admitting that he was wrong, instead wanting to sugarcoat his words and making things worse. And as much as Faith was trying so hard not to address him, it was very difficult. And even Laura, when Dr. Romel got there, there was a time where Laura was very, yeah, her temperature just got high. I think she was irritated with Dr. Romel, and everything just that happened. And Dr. Romel was still trying to gaslight Laura in terms of him saying, this is what Faith has said. No, we don't care about Laura. We just want the other ladies. It's like Dr. Romel was implying that Faith wanted to use the other ladies, of which, as much as we do not know Faith, but it's not in her character to even use people. There are people that you can see that this one is a user. You know, for example, Miriam is a user, but not when it comes to money, not on monetary value. In terms of wanting friendships, in terms of wanting to belong, wanting to be liked by friends, you know. So yeah, so Faith, it's not in her character. Even Laura, it's not in her character. And it hurt me so much when Laura mentioned that she wished Iyabo was just there, and she wished that Iyabo could have just been honest with her to say, you know what, I don't like you. So that at least she knew what she's dealing with. Unlike you saying you like me and then going behind my back and gossip about me, where else I'm busy thinking that we are friends, I've made friends with you. So, and she got emotional, because even her tone in her voice changed. You could tell that it hurt her, because she honestly believed that her and Iyabo were good friends and everything was fine. But then to hear being called a witch, all those names, oh my god, Iyabo is cruel, guys. I'm also going to insert the clip where Iyabo was busy insulting Laura as they were walking to the swimming pool. Why is Iyabo like this? Why would you put another woman's child through that? Why not keep certain opinions to yourself? We grow up, we say certain things to people, we do certain things to people, but when is the time that a person grows up and know what to say and what not to say? And another thing is that the ladies know that the show is going to be aired. They know the cameras are there. Why put yourself through that? Especially as a public figure. Why put yourself through that? Yes, we would see when she goes into a diary session that this is how she feels and this is what she's saying. I get that. Because we want them to be as real as they can be. But does it mean that if you're on a reality show you cannot be nice? Does it honestly mean that you can't think before you talk? Because it didn't seem like they also applied their brains whenever they wanted to talk or say things when they were ganging up. But either way, it's done, and clearly we're not gonna get a better one, better reunion than the one that we watched. It was very disappointing. We watched because yeah, we've been expecting it to a point that I honestly forgot about the reunion. I honestly forgot about it. I was shocked when I saw that it actually aired. That's how much I had forgotten about it. To think this was one of my favorite reality shows, and that is what we had to be served. I guess the producers and everybody else didn't have a choice because it's done, and it had to be done because they knew that the viewers are waiting for it. If you haven't gotten time to watch it, I hope you do get time and watch it so you can see what happened. But I'm going to insert a bit of snippets. Just know it's not going to be a lot because, as I've said, most of the people didn't attend, and mostly the person that was addressed there, obviously it's Miriam. And when it comes to Miriam, it was just about the name calling more than anything. And then it's Dr. Romel. Obviously Laura and Faith didn't have issues between them. So if maybe people had to address each and everyone there, maybe we would have gotten a better show, but it wasn't. So yeah, that's it. So if you've gotten this far into my video, please do like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Bye.
Feel when you watch it and you heard like how she sort of, you know, described knowing you, it was a bit more.
I'm not shocked actually. If you know Tanya very well in real life, you will know that's Tanya. For some reason, I don't think Tanya and I can be friends or cool. Not because of the show, but because of just the way she is on a regular day.
And how is that?
She gossips a lot.
The fact I'm even giving you attention, say thank your stars. I don't fucking know you. They say you're a model. Model where? I don't know you.
Yeah,
the only reason I'm cordial with you was because my daughter's worked for you before. But my daughter works for you before.
She paid.
Wait. My daughter works for you before does not make you my person. That's business transaction. Do you understand? So if I'm cordial with you, and the person who brought you into this thing, into this group, it's not someone I vibe with like that.
Fuck off.
Someone I'm just trying to
Fuck
get
off.
to be cordial with. You understand?
Fuck
so
off.
You're coming from a place where I don't even really send. But when you call somebody your friend who's really like, oh, do you understand? She's my girl, and then you're coming and behaving like a fucking diva. You're not even a diva yet. I don't even get. Because you come with so much. I don't even know you.
Fakery is the word.
I don't know. Laura decided not to do drama this year, but she now brought on a peke to come and be doing drama.
What does that mean?
Do you understand?
What does that mean?
So I don't understand.
Your last speech, crab, Laura was not there. Look at the drama that ensued.
Yeah.
This one, she has carried her Caleb to not come. Look at the drama that's ensued.
Do you understand?
The same Laura. Is she a witch?
I don't understand. She must be a witch.
Is it me that call a witch?
But I don't want to blame Laura.
Is it me that call a witch?
Laura is looking for friendship.
I feel
Laura
sorry
needs
for
friends.
Laura because obviously
And Laura is heartbroken. Tiana, you broke her heart. Yeah, this is why we're having this.
Yes.
I want to be Port Harcourt, Americana, Chinese, Indiana.
But if you're honest with me, I like Faith too, honestly.
You can fucking roll with
I like
Faith.
her.
I don't care.
I like her.
You can fucking roll
I feel
with
like
her.
there are loads of
You have to
issues
like
that
Faith.
everybody
You will like Faith.
Why didn't they show this one?
I have a personal problem with her, and that's her attitude.
I guess because I'm not sure, you know.
This for the first time.
Laura,
Yeah, my sister.
you look shocked.
I am shocked.
What shocked you just now?
What are they talking about me here?
The
That-
unseen footage,
And
yeah.
that if, when I did not come, there's fight. When I'm around, they still fight. Like, what is it they were talking about?
The K-leg, the witchcraft, yes.
That I have witchcraft. These people are mad. They are crazy.
Laura, just for clarity, when you say these people,
the ladies talking about me there, Choma and Yabo, right? They are crazy people. They should have come today now.
Just wait.
Yeah, I mean, so we can clarify these things. Do you understand what I mean? They should have. I was actually looking forward to meeting them again because the last time I saw them was last year. I was actually looking forward to meeting
They
them
wanted
again.
to fight now.
full blows. But Faith, I want to ask you something. You seem to have known that Laura wasn't coming that night. Why didn't you just say it and save everyone the trouble?
There are certain things you have with your girlfriend. You're not sure if your girlfriend actually shared it with the group. I'm a girl's girl. So if my friend confided in me or I knew, because you can see the balloons behind Tiana, those were balloons and I had cake for Laura. And Laura got it, but we all know Epe was far and there's no way I would have had that beautiful cake without actually ordering it prior to that event. So it still boils down to me, like, I don't owe any of them an explanation, the dynamic of my friendship with her. Call your friend. Almost like you're paying my T-Mobile bill. You can't talk to another, call your friend. Or you'd have said it politely if you have manners and home training. It's, babe, what's wrong with Laura? If you were really concerned.
Laura, you've known Faith the longest. What do you make of this fake faith conversation?
I actually think that a lot of the women were very intimidated by Faith. I think Chioma was actually intimidated by Faith. I think Faith intimidated Iyabo, of course, like it was very glaring.
Also.
Because, I mean, come on, like, how do you hate on somebody that didn't do anything to you? How do you hate on someone that you barely know? Right? The first time I actually brought Faith to the group, that's when she stepped on your train. She was intimidated. You could see it. Everything was about Faith. And this is the girl that you have seen before that day. I didn't even know Faith.
I didn't even know that too.
I didn't know. It was you that told me. Because I actually thought they met that particular day at your event. Nobody told me they met prior. And it was Faith that told me I actually had something to do with this lady's daughter. Do you understand what I mean? We had this morning, whatever. For you to behave like that to someone you had met prior to that event, I think, you were very intimidated. I think she intimidated, obviously, like, Iyabo. I think Faith made Miriam feel some type of way.
What about Tanya?
Tanya, I don't actually see Tanya.
I swear.
I don't.
What do you mean you don't see Tanya?
Like, she's the kind of person that if she doesn't attend the event or she doesn't attend
not be missed.
that you won't notice.
Spineless.
Not like spineless, but you won't notice. Do you understand? Like, she's just
she's
for
what?
extra. Like, she's
Presence. She doesn't have presence.
She doesn't have that aura, so I don't really notice her like that. But she's not a bad person.
Sorry, ladies. I'm receiving word. There's an interesting personality joining us.
Say anything pertaining
Yeah,
to
feel free to ask me questions. It was our party.
Okay.
We hosted it together, yeah.
Who was meant to do what according to the way you guys planned it?
Well, we planned to host a party together and conjointly do things and chip in ideas.
Like what?
Like, get an event planner, get a beautiful decor.
Was anything designated to Faith?
No, it wasn't designated that way. It was kind of like a chip-in group thing that we're doing. We'll all talk together collectively. The idea was mutual.
Laura, Faith tried to discourage you from taking a Botox shot. What do you think of Faith's action in that moment?
I think that she was actually trying to be a very good friend. I had a few Botox shots that month, and I told Faith. Faith was trying to, discourage me because she was a good friend. I don't think he understood that.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to put me down at all. Oh.
And the thing is,
Romo.
I have to respect her. Whatever she's been through her past or whoever she got it from, it wasn't clearly stated to me that it was that month. And as a doctor, I don't need Faith to guide me in my decision-making process. So it was solely my idea to give her the treatment at that point.
He said that she did not introduce.
I misspoke. She introduced me to the ladies. She did introduce me to the ladies. Laura, good memory. I misspoke.
You misspoke?
And I would say that. I own up to my things. I don't
Say instead of saying I misspoke.
No, I'll tell you the truth, Laura. I misspoke.
Dr.
She
Rommel.
did not. You don't
Dr.
speak for
Rommel,
me,
instead
no,
of
Laura.
saying-
Let me finish my point.
No.
I won't. You don't know where I want to go.
Doctor, don't do that.
You don't know where I want to go.
No, I don't care.
Are you speaking for me?
I don't care. Instead of saying
Then I don't care. I don't want to know
you say I lied.
No. I misspoke.
Because you lied.
I didn't lie. I misspoke.
You lied.
Sincere, I couldn't.
You lied.
I misspoke.
was
What did he
strange.
lie
You lied.
about?
What did I lie about?
He said I misspoke.
I misspoke.
No, don't say that. You
I
lied.
misspoke. Let me tell you,
lied.
Latasha,
What did he
happened.
lie about?
He said that she didn't introduce him to us.
And I'm going to be very clear about that. She
Just say-
introduced me to
just
the
say-
ladies.
you know,
However, Laura, if you let me just finish.
No, I'm just
please.
saying. To
Let me-
listen.
okay.
I will let you. I will let you finish.
Okay, I think I'm just going to ignore her because at this point. it
Don't
makes no
you
point.
dare.
Latasha, I'm
I
not
lied.
even going to deal with her. Her
Don't
level
you-
of thinking is not
Shut the
really.
fuck up.
She's really.
Interject there.
Yeah.
So now we have two people confirming that
You're a liar.
you were introduced
Oh, please shut up.
by
Shut the fuck up.
by Faith to the lady.
And I
You're
say
a
that.
liar.
So what is the difference between misspeaking
And lying.
and telling a lie?
A big difference. When I made that statement, I was talking about a lot of things, and I said she never even introduced me to the other ladies. What I wanted to say, because it was an emotional time for me, I
Treat her like a friend that you've known for a year
and
and a
I
half.
agree with
Please,
you.
so are you saying that
tried.
you knew her for a year and a half?
So
That was what you told me.
let
Excuse
me.
me. I'm going to work
Problems.
with
Yeah,
what
go
I
on.
have in front of me right
Sure.
now between Dr. Romo and Faith. So this is an iMessage.
Not a
So
screenshot.
it is.
It's not possible.
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you that I met her before this.
Picture,
Where?
receipts,
Where?
honey. Where?
Outside of Nigeria, we're in the United States. And I cannot go into details because of the kind of job that I do.
As
Don't
far,
you
as,
play
far
with
as
that.
I know, when you say because of the kind of job you do.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, doctor-patient confidentiality.
I'm not going to go further into that because I'm not supposed
Am
to
I his
break any
patient?
codes.
That
That's
is
why
what
he can't
I
talk.
was.
I cannot answer to that question. Well, did you answer the question? If you ask me, was the pure truth. We talked about things. We had together conversations on the phone that you don't get to see. Just because you don't see them or hear them doesn't mean they didn't happen.
Okay,
But
fine. So you want us to believe that this happened even though you haven't.
That you guys
There's
had
no.
it
There's
multiple
no.
we
times.
There's
talked
no
multiple
evidence.
times. Yes. And I was clear to Laura.
But
I
what
said
was the
to Laura,
motive?
the motive that we talked about was like, I'm a friend, we're a friend, we're going to some circle in a different place where we don't live full time. And we're going to stick with each other and back each other up. It was the truth. And that was what it was. And so I was telling Laura, the same table that day, that when we were having these conversations, she and I on the phone, we never even considered her that way. I'm glad
Never
we're friends.
considered who?
Laura and her friendship that way, because that wasn't what she and I had already talked about. When she was saying, when we go there, who do we hang out with? What circles do we get closer to? And I was very clear about that. I mentioned the Yava's name, and I said, these are the things she said. The reason I said those things were because all the lies I was hearing about me that she was perpetuating, saying, oh, I'm not a good person, she doesn't know me, and all that. I'm like, no, back up. We know, we have conversations, we have a history, a past. We came together. Just because you change your mind doesn't mean you should not throw away everything. You can say, I changed my mind, and I'm cool with that. We're not friends. I'm okay with that.
Sasha,
I never
there's
negate
no
that, but
way
don't
this
go and lie
conversation would
about
have gone
things.
back and forth without one text message trade. We know we do amicable
So
with
many
our
things
friends.
you say on the phone. We don't
There
do
should be
everything
some
text message.
Even if you talk, you will follow up the conversation text
It's not
message
true.
wise.
She knows that
Do you
everything
understand
I
where I'm coming
said,
from?
that she
There
was
is-
right.
If
I
there
was
is,
right.
we both know that receipt will be out by
Faith,
now.
Faith,
There would have
you're-
been
you're
a
playing-
picture or something of
It's
both
sad.
of us.
It's very sad.
Like,
This is not
for me,
necessary.
I feel like I'm even upset I'm replying him. If I really came there to chummy, like he used the girls, Mariam, Laura, we know when a Nigerian girl wants to use someone, did I behave like I wanted to
They saw through
be
you.
friends?
That's why they didn't
Let me
want to
ask
hang
you,
out
at
with you.
any
They saw
way,
through her, and the rest of them
all
will
I
see
do
through
is,
her.
hi,
It's
when
a
I
matter
see
of time.
somebody,
I don't have to say much.
I
They
did
saw
that
through
thing
her.
even
Whoever she's
after
talking
I
about,
started watching the
she's
show,
even
I
gay.
stopped.
They didn't give her a
saw through
chance.
her. If
They
you
never
come-
gave me a chance.
I'm
They
going to
didn't give her
tell
a
you
That was
they
the
saw
first
through
day
her.
I met. And
See,
They didn't give her a
everybody-
chance.
not everybody
And Dr.
never
Romeo
had
didn't
it.
make
I'll
it
show you
easy for
videos.
them.
Let me be honest. I'm not
Laura,
saying that to put her
I'll
down.
give you my phone
Because
with
she's going to
conversation with
put
you.
her down.
believe you.
And I'm
Okay.
not putting her down.
Okay.
I'm just telling
You can't put me
facts.
down because I am
Facts of
Laura
what she said.
KG. You
I'm
cannot
glad
put
you
me
know
down.
that. Hold on to that very well.
Girl, I am one of the
you
biggest
know what?
influencers
Because
in
you know what
Africa.
your friend
You
is
can't
doing. Strategic enough. Faith, you told me that. You're a user. That's who you are. Liked her, genuinely liked
Sorry,
her.
like an apology. Sorry.
No, I genuinely liked her. So I felt like, oh my gosh, oh, she went through this on the same day. I didn't know that. I saw some things. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because hindsight is 2020, right? If I had known, maybe on that day I would have just said, you know what, yep, I'm not talking about this. And that's what I say. I'm sorry about that fact that I could have just said, you know what, I'm angry at Faith. I'm not saying anything to Yabo right now.
Was it a joke when you said that Yabo was coming for the was coming for the
For the crown, it was a joke. I was joking about
That was a
the
joke
whole,
too?
It was a figurative speech just to talk about crown, title, pretty women, altogether powerful women. I never said that. And I said to Yabo,
Laura girl, you don't wish Yabo was here?
I was looking forward to seeing her though. That's childish. The thing is, if you don't fuck with me, please tell me. You know, so I can respect myself and not act like, you know, I like you.
what are you gonna do? She lies all the time. Liar! It was her.
You need somebody to bring the ladies together. You need that, I said it from the beginning, right? I never lied that, you know,
What is wrong with you, my
I
dear?
knew him or whatever because I
lied.
knew that this
It
was
was
going to
our
happen.
body.
You saw the message.
Oh
It's
my
not a
God, Faith,
screenshot.
I give up
They
on
showed
you.
it all.
I give up on you. The fact that you cannot just tell the truth and say, yes, we came together, you didn't feel like doing anything anymore together, you moved your way, it's more honorable.
But I said that,
People
though.
will respect you
I
better.
said we came
know.
together to do
But
this stuff because that's what I
don't know him.
promised this
He's
lady.
not my friend.
At some point, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with
Why
it.
am I asking you for
After the
location
Botox
for
party,
Why am I asking
Mariam,
you for Ikoyi?
after the whole
Why am I
stuff,
getting a
who
house
was he dancing
in
with?
Ikoyi for
Did you see
party
the two of
and
us
asking you to
again
validate that and tell
after
me,
that
why didn't I
party?
ask Laura? Why
I
didn't
did
I
not.
ask Miriam? Why didn't I ask any other lady? Say, Laura, do you mind telling me? Because they live longer in Nigeria than she and I. Why would I not reach out to the person who lives in California and I live in Atlanta and say to her, look, I want to get a place in Ikoyi. This is where we're going to host a party. You tell me if it's okay or not. Why would I say, you choose the cocktails we're going to drink. You choose the mocktails, the canapes, everything. Why would I be going back and forth with her? And this makes no sense. It just shows that you would lie about every little thing. The only thing that you're telling us is the truth. What is your name? That's it. Every other thing we can throw in the trash.
Look at your eyebrow. From your eyebrow.
Yes, my eyebrow.
From your whole face.
Yes,
you can tell you're fake.
Facial structure. My
God
dear.
forbid. Like,
Yes,
honestly, I would be on the
yes,
table
we
right
are.
now
Let me tell you, my
reconstructing
dear.
because I would if I want something different.
You know
My
one
boobs,
thing.
I did it. My body, if I have your face,
Me and you
baby
are
boy.
the same. Thank you. I
Ew.
accept my face. You
God
and
forbid.
At least I'll tell you
What
this.
the hell?
This girl is a liar, and I'm gonna only with my chest. You're the biggest liar in this circle. They will bust you out sooner or later. You know why? She has a good heart. People that have a good heart, you can only trick them for
See
so
how he's
long.
gaslighting
For so long.
Laura. Can you
She
see
will
that?
bust you.
How he's
What do you see?
Faith, I want to go back to some of the absences that we're feeling tonight, and one in particular that you had a one-on-one with, regardless, and that was Faith. Iyabo. If she were here, what would you have said to her?
If she wants me to say anything to her, she would have been here. I'm not going to give her what she wants. So if she wants to hear, she would have been here. I'm not going to even speak about her because there's nothing to even speak about. She would have been here.
Why didn't she come, though? You should know.
Yeah, she's my friend, my very good friend.
So
at
why
that.
didn't she come?
Choma is my friend. Yabo is my friend.
Why didn't
They're
they
my
come?
friends. They're my good friends, and I just have to respect choices, just like in life. Our friendship is based on
Did you
respect.
speak to them?
Yes, I speak to them regularly and frequently, for different reasons, not necessarily the circle. Most times, business deals, things we're doing, live, whatever happened. We're not there bickering about people, it's
Us any kind of evidence
because
about
of my
your
job.
relationship.
I don't know what you expect from me to do, break the codes. I can't, because there's some things that I cannot do, even though I want to do it, even though I'm pushed to do it, but I won't let her take me there. That will put me in trouble.
So telling
We're
us
not
when
allowed.
you guys met is breaking the code.
We're not allowed because I know what is going to happen with that information. So I'm just going to respect professionalism, ethics, code, and say I can speak about that. But Laura, just know who you're dealing with. Be careful. That's all.
Look at your tummy. I was fucking pregnant.
I told you she can't open her outfit. I let her come and review her text. Because your body.
Laura, aren't you coming in the pool?
Auntie?
Why? Wait, come inside. Bring your bikini.
She can't come inside. She was like, Lele. You got the yam legs there. Fucking bitch.
Lying, like Mr. Liar here.
I don't even know what she's talking about. But keep going. I don't
It is
even know
name.
what she's
It's
talking
his
about.
title. Equated, but this thing is lying.
Keep going.
Do you understand?
For once,
Because Laura confirmed that it was warm.
No, Laura is saying it's warm, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a gang up because when we're leaving, they were singing nursery rhyme.
Ringer, ringer. That's what you guys are singing.
What is the context of that?
Oh, baby girl.
No,
come
but
on.
what is the context of
It
singing
was
a
when we
song?
were leaving with my train.
These girls are mean girls.
No, can I say something? I felt like you guys coming down, you guys came probably like 30 minutes late downstairs when everybody was already downstairs.
I didn't want to even come at all.
Wait,
when we came,
wait.
Yabo was being mean. You guys,
Because you guys just
don't
had
let
a
us
fight.
jump.
I don't want to speak
They
for
did not
anybody.
show it.
I do not want to.
She was cursing me out. And I told her, cry me a river.
And the roses,
Mwah.
come on.
Mwah.
You know what, my